So how do I write with Whisperflow? First, you have to understand that when people read your content, they're actually reading in their mind. So they're reading with their voice. So if you could write with your voice, you're much closer to what people actually want to listen to, much closer to what they want to read. Because if you said it, they're going to read it much better. It's going to be a smooth experience. So there is really no better way to write than to talk, because when people read, they also talk, but in their head. This was my last week on LinkedIn. I'm not trying to flex or anything, but I'm reaching about two to 3 million people every week. That was my last 7 days. And so I think I know a thing or two about writing naturally. I want to show you my best post of this week, which was 5 days ago. Sure, the news was good. The image, the visual is good. All of this I know, but I can tell you one thing is that the hook was really good. And it's a surprising one because it's almost like I start a sentence. It's almost like I'm talking and I'm in the middle of my conversation. So it's literally, I start the sentence saying, so AI went from this to this. It's almost like I'm having a cafe with you and I'm like, hey, so AI went from this to this in 3 months. That's crazy. That's why a lot of people forget about those weird type ways of writing, starting with so, having and or but in the beginning of the sentence. It works, and it works not because of these specific words. I don't ask you to copy exactly what I just did, but the idea is that you're in the middle of a conversation. It's just natural. And whatever you learn at your literature course, would have been French or in English, they keep telling you not to do that. And I think it's a mistake. People like to read the way they talk. And so you should be talking if you don't write better. It's actually the best way to write. So let's do one together. Let's make a post together. I'd like to make a post about Whisperflow. So let's try and make a post like right off the bat, like how I would actually, interesting, how I would actually make a post. So I'm using EasyGen right here. It's my Chrome extension to see. I just want to see how it looks on the right so that I can see the mobile preview. And you see that now I can see the mobile preview. I can see the iPad preview and the computer preview. All of this is completely free. But I would just open here my LinkedIn. I already know the media I want to add. It's the video that I made about Whisperflow and how magical it feels. So I know it's a bit meta that I'm making a post with you right now talking about the tool itself, which is Whisperflow, but just follow along. And by the way, I didn't prepare it, so I don't even know what I'm going to say. I would say I want to emphasize on the fact that Whisperflow is much faster. So I would probably be something like you're still typing with your keyboard, but this AI is just much faster at writing. You'll never sound as natural as when you're talking with your voice. This is Whisperflow, and it replaced most of my writing tool. The funny part is that it's actually inside my writing tool. When I'm opening Google Doc, when I'm opening Slack, WhatsApp, even my LinkedIn DMs, I just have a keystroke to type, to touch, and then I can talk. I can even whisper in my office and my colleague wouldn't hear it. And the magic behind Whisperflow is that whatever I'm saying, it is close to perfection to translate my voice to text. And if for some reason it is not perfect, let's say I'm saying my name, which is quite specific, like Ruben, or the name of my friends or of a client, well, as soon as I edit it, I correct it, Whisperflow adds it to its dictionary, and it will never make the mistake again. And if you're wondering how fast this is to talk instead of typing, this is on average 4 times faster. I actually did the test, and I'm typing as fast as 145 words per minute, which is considered as a professional typewriter. We're talking like the one that make contests. So not only you'll sound more natural, you'll write more effectively, you'll be much faster. And to be honest, I'm at the stage that typing on a keyboard just feels weird now. And whenever I can not type on a keyboard and just talk to my computer, it feels awesome. Bang. So obviously it's a wall of text, too much stuff. If you're wondering what's that kind of stuff, well, the thing is, I'm not a natural native English speaker, so sometimes I'm making some mistakes. Sometimes I keep the mistakes. Somehow I feel like people prefer to have my mistakes, even if because I'm French and people know it. Um, so now it's just a matter of like reformatting. No, perfect. And now I can see how it looks. So I would say these two are too big. So I have to like clean it a little. Um, and I think the hook needs to be like this strong. You're still typing with your keyboard, but this I think what I meant was like replace with your fingers. This AI just replace my keyboard. See? Replaced my keyboard. This is Whisperflow. It's completely free. I mean, it's not completely free. There is a paid version that I'm paying for, but it's um, no credit card needed to try. Perfect. I like to emphasize on the fact that it's free because it's true. I think most of the people don't have to pay for Whisperflow, and that's fine. But as soon as you use it so much, um, the $12 per month feels very light because you're using it so much. You're like, yeah, that's awesome. I want more. Um, um, so, okay, you never sound as natural as when you're talking with your voice. This is literally my best hack. Okay. Every one of every every one of my writing tools. I don't need to edit this. You see, there's still a little bit of edits here. Of or the name of a client. I think we don't need to see brand and then clients. Then here I kind of want emphasis on it. So I think having a one standing end sentence here would be better. Okay. Okay. And if for some reason it's not perfect, let's say I'm saying my name, which is quite specific. Well, as soon as I edit it, or I don't like the fact that I think we don't need to say edit and correct it. As soon as I correct it, add it to its dictionary, and you see how now it fits perfectly right here. We'll never make the same mistake again. If you're wondering how fast this self-typing slash web 4 times faster. Actually, I did the test. I'm typing, which is considered And here I could say, I could sign up to contests. For contest, yep. Yeah, that's better. So only you sound more natural, you write more effectively. Where typing on a keyboard just feels weird now. I don't need to do that, but I need to end on something. I partner up with Whisperflow. It's part of the free perks I give to people who pay for my newsletter, alongside Gamma, EasyGen, and Blink. It's one of those tools like ChatGPT that the first time you try it, you remember it, and sometimes you wonder how you used to do without them before. Gamma. Part of the free of my newsletter. I don't need to say of my newsletter. Of my paid newsletter. To live. It's perfect. All of this is ready. And I can add a media. And I think that was the one. Can you see how Gamma now is added to my dictionary? Whisperflow is telling me like, hey, you just did it. And I think I'm gonna put this one. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is Whisperflow, and Whisperflow feels like magic. Even if I try to speak as fast as possible, you'll see that it picks up everything. For example, my friends Jonathan, my employee Zanet, or my name, Ruben Hasid. And even with my last name, which is pretty technical because there is a H at the beginning of my last name, and usually VoiceTech cannot pick it up. Siri cannot do it. ChatGPT cannot do it. And also it cannot train on it. So yeah, for someone who writes tons of content every day, 10 to 15 content, I think every day I have a team. I have Slack messages to answer emails, comments, everything that you can imagine. This is just an unfair advantage, both for speed and authenticity, because how authentic is you talking? It will always be more authentic than ChatGPT trying to mimic your voice, or you trying to mimic your voice when you're writing, when you're typing on your keyword. So yes, there is nothing better than your voice. You just press a button right now. I cannot show you. It's on my keyboard. And you talk, and Whisperflow just does the rest. Crazy. Jonathan, Zanet, Ruben Hasid. Technical because there is an H at the beginning of read this and tell me what I have to edit. I don't see anything. I think that would be a great post. Either this or let's say something to Whisperflow. No. How? No. I'll definitely use this one. Edits. Do I add captions? Probably. And I will schedule this and we'll see how it goes. You'll have access to it before, but now you see how I'm using literally my voice to type faster. And again, just try it once and let me know how it went.